to gear towards the conversation at hand is that I was raised in a non-traditional home. For those that know what non-traditional is, that's with your same mom, same dad, and you have your siblings, but definitely a blended family. For me, my real dad wasn't in my home, uh, so I was raised, by my stepdad, which I consider him my dad. Stepdad ain't even in the picture, but very non-traditional for society. Um, so does that affect how I think? Definitely. So I'm gonna leave it there. Somebody else go.
Yeah, I think every little circumstance, every little alteration of a lifestyle can in turn impact it in whatever way, shape, or form. I'm reading this book called Outliers. We gotta check in on the book challenge, but anyway,
Yeah,
um, yeah, reading this book called Outliers, right? And to keep it short, he talks about how all the stories of success, whether it's Bill Gates, whether it's your favorite basketball or football player, you can attribute. The easy thing to do is to attribute hard work and talent to their success,
mm-hmm.
but it's all of the little things behind the scenes that provide opportunity, that provide confidence, that provide all of these different little things that can you know thrust and push that person to the next level. And I think that's in every aspect of life, whether you talk about personality traits, whether you talk about the things that we're willing to go out and try, the things that we're willing to go out and do. I think all of that has to do with how you're raised and the people that you're around. Back in the old days, they used to say it takes a village or whatever, and now it's not so much that way. So I think every little thing, including what you just said, like the way that your household is, the way that um, you're spoken to as you're coming up. I think every little single thing, every little detail has an effect. Whether you see it from jump or not, every little detail counts, in my opinion.
That's true. I grew up in two households. My parents are divorced. Both parents got remarried. Um, so imagine having two set of parents and they all think different. They all think different. So they're giving you whatever you're going through or whatever you're dealing with, or if they have their thoughts and opinions, you're getting two different opinions from four different people. And that's not even if those two people don't agree. Sometimes it's been where all four of them don't agree. So you're getting opinions and thoughts and advice from four different people. So because I believe I think I can speak on all of us when I say a lot of us hope at one point some of us still do, we hold our parents high regard, so we feel like they'll never steer us wrong. So you hold their opinion in high regard, and you just like, okay, if they don't agree, or two parents don't see it the way the other said do, where do I go from here? You see what I'm saying? So I definitely agree. Every aspect helps. I think having two sets of parents, or Ciara in your situation or whatever, I think that also affects your psyche. That affects your psyche, because I definitely agree with that statement that every little details of the household helps. Every single detail, every aspect helps. It plays a major part in the household. That's where it all starts.
I'm here. Okay, so I was raised in a non-traditional home too. I was raised by my grandmother and aunt. My mom was an addict, and my daddy, he was in my life, but I can't say he did what he lacked in, but he did what he knew to do. So in my home, I considered it a positive aspect and a negative, completely negative aspect. And that's what I consider my auntie the negative and my mama the positive. And just going by all the stuff, you know, even when I was getting in trouble and going through the motions of trying to figure out who I was, my mama, you know, always had a good word for me. But when it came to my auntie, it was different. But when you know, they say when you get older, you understand more. And now that I'm older and see some of the stuff my auntie went through and see what it is, trying to actually deal with certain things, certain internal issues, deal with certain curses, certain chains, you realize just how hard it is being an adult. That's exactly why I say it's ghetto. So I believe I was raised well. I think my auntie and my mama did a good job. But it is some things that I would like to do differently as a parent.
I'll go. I would say for me growing up, I actually grew up in a what you would call a traditional household with a mother and a father who was married. But for me, I mean, looking on the outside, it seemed like, oh, you live with both of your parents. He's your biological dad. Like, they was like, really, like, they were talking. And they only saw, like, the outside saying, like, wow, you got both of your parents, and it has to be awesome, and everything like that. But when it comes down to it, everybody is different. Everybody's family is different. Everybody handles the situation different. And for me, even though I had both my mom and my dad, I would say that my dad was physically there, but not emotionally. And that kind of, I wouldn't say like it destroyed me or anything like that, but it affected me like how I operate now, if that makes sense. My mom was there, and whenever we had a problem, anything that came up, we ran to her. We never like ran to my father for anything like, you know, that came up like immediately. It was always go see mom or tell your mom this, I'm gonna handle that. So it was a different experience for me, like having both parents, but having only one, like really being there and understanding like what you're going through. And then like, and we went through the divorce as well. So I had both parents, then we went down to only really having one parent. But for me, it wasn't as difficult because how he operated, like since we were baby. So when it did split, it was like, it wasn't that bad because mom was always that rock, that stable thing that we had. So when they split, it wasn't as terrible. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, but it wasn't, I don't know how to say it. But it definitely made me kind of look at life and kind of like evaluate what I want to see from my own family and make sure like, you know, that I am intentional in like my decision making and, you know, what I want to see for myself in the future. But I'm here. You know, I turned out pretty okay, but you know, everybody's story is different. So that's just my little.
Like I said, for me, like I said, I grew up. It was just me and my mama, and my grandma stayed across the street. So for me, you know, growing up, if my mama wouldn't do it, I'd be like, oh, I'm going across the street to my grandma's house, and they say, you know, me and my grandma, we going or whatever. So that was, you know, I had it best of both worlds, really. Like, you know, like I said, if one told me, I just kept going across the street. But with my daddy, and honestly, like I said, my daddy was a child support check to me in honesty. Like I said, we might talk every now and then for holidays and birthdays, but that's just about it. And the thing, you know, for me growing up was, you know, I don't ever get to see my dad, and like I don't get to talk to him. And, you know, as a child, it'd be like, oh man, you know, I don't know my daddy. But as I got older, I just realized the things that I do, it's all good. I talk to you. I don't, because you missed out on my childhood. I'm still good. I'm still okay. I didn't turn out as a statistic, as they say. Most kids going out there, out their fathers, daddy's girls, as they call them. They feel like they go out and find love in all the wrong places. I'm still doing what I love to do. I found a passion in cooking. I have my own catering business. So I feel like I'm still followed on the right track and still doing things that I love to do. And even though he has to watch that from afar, that was his decision. So.